All right, welcome back to TechniqueWOD. I'm Doug Larson. This is Mike Bledsoe. You can find us at BarbellShrugged.com. Today we're going to talk about knees to elbows and toes to bar. So a quick demo of each one. Mike's going to do knees to elbows first. There you go. All the way to the elbows. There you go. And then all the way toes to bar as well. There you go. Beautiful. All right, so those are two super common CrossFit movements. We're going to start with kind of a level 1 progression, and then we're going to work our way up to those variations and then onto some harder ones as well. So first thing that we usually do with brand new people, if they are having trouble with knees to elbows or toes to bars, we have them do what's called a reverse crunch. The part where the elbow, or the knee rather, gets above the hip and goes up towards the chest or all the way up to the knees is the hardest part of the movement. So we train that hard part of the movement first. So usually we have people lay on their back, they reach overhead and they grab usually one of these uprights. They put their knees together, they bend their knees all the way down, and then they bring their knees right in front of their face without straightening their knees at all. So they're just training the top part of that movement, low back to the ground and then all the way back up. So what they're not doing is they're not kicking with straight legs like that. There you go. They're also not reaching out with their legs. They're not reaching way down here to get a bunch of momentum. So go and get a bunch of momentum. There you go. All right, so what they are doing again is knees together, knees all the way bent, controlled on the way up and then controlled on the way down. Just training the top part of that motion. All right, beautiful. So that's kind of like your level 1 scale, the easiest variation. Level 2 is we have them hang on a bar and they just do a hanging knee raise, no kip. They're just picking their knees up as far as they can. There you go, just like that. If they can't get their knee above right around 90 degrees without, and they're hyperextending their back when they do it, if they bring their knee up and they go like this, then we put them back on the reverse crunch. If they can get their knee above 90 degrees and they're getting a little bit of flexion because their abs are strong to rotate their pelvis backwards, then they can stay on that variation until they move on to the next variation, which is a true toes to bar, which again, if Mike does a true toes to bar.
Knees to elbows, toes to bar.
Or sorry, excuse me, yeah, knees to elbows. Said that wrong. Knees to elbows first. So they can get all the way up to a true knees to elbows. If they can do that, then we'll put them all the way onto a true toes to bar. There you go, beautiful. So when they're first starting off on toes to bar, usually they'll have to do kind of a double swing, which is what Mike was just demoing. So if you show that double swing one more time, where they'll touch, then they'll kind of get organized again, and then they'll go again. So there's not really a rhythm where they're hitting that kipping motion and they're touching the bar without getting a little bit of a kind of a double bounce, I guess you could call it, in between each repetition. So once they get used to the movement and they're able to move on to a kip, then they're going to start stringing them together. So go ahead and go on to the kip. There you go. All right, so on the kip for the toes to bar, you can see once Mike got a rhythm going, he wasn't just hanging under the bar. He wasn't just hanging under the bar and reaching up with his feet. Each time he was kind of coming back to here and then coming up and kicking the bar, okay? Which I'm not going to hang on the bar because that's not good on my shoulder. So I'm going to have Mike demo on the bar. From the side, you can see that his shoulders come way behind the bar. He pulls the bar down to his feet almost. There you go. So you can see his head is way behind the bar and the bar's out in front of him a little bit, and that makes the bar much easier to get to when you're trying to kick it rather than kicking something that's all the way 100% overhead. Okay? Beyond that, we usually do toes to bar in Metcons with that style, but you also can do toes to bar as a strength move. So there's 2 variations we're going to go over, maybe more, that we're going to go over here in a second. We'll see what Mike's up to, or up for rather. Regular toes to bar, a strict toes to bar looks like this. He's going to come up and touch, and then he's going to lower down under control, and then once his feet are about right underneath him, he's going to go back up again under control. So that's a toes to bar without a kip. Another variation is to do a toes to bar, where instead of bringing your feet all the way down to the ground, he touches, comes down right in front of him, and then his feet go back up and touch again, which is much, much harder. He's like, I don't know if I want to do this on camera. Touch, down in front, and oh, you just did
swing. Two-way swing.
He just did 3 in a row. So no swing. There you go. All right.
I'll show one more.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put CTP out there to show Mike up. There you go. Down and back up. Hey!
There you go. Should I keep going?
I'm not even tired.
Let's do one more.
Oh, now Mike wants to do it again.
No, one more over here.
Oh, okay, here you go.
What am I doing?
No, you grab the camera. So I forget what they're called. Oh, they have them like gyms. Well, one thing you do is you can go strict here. Get more of a strict one like that.
Yeah, if you have plenty of shoulder flexion, then you can brace your back on the upright like Mike was just doing, and that's a great way to do strict toes to bar. You can also do a strict hanging knee raise like that, very similar to what Mike just did. Go and do it, but don't do straight legs, do bent legs. So this is a great way to do a strict hanging knee raise, bringing your knees up as high as you possibly can. This is probably where most people are going to have to start. If you can't get your knees all the way in front of your face, then you probably don't need to progress onto the straight leg variation. There you go, beautiful. All right, you up for some windshield wipers?
Oh man.
Oh God.
Yeah.
All right, last variation we're going to show right now is a strict windshield wiper. He's going to do a toes to bar, and then he's going to go back and forth with his legs side to side. There you go. And so obviously with that, the larger the range of motion, the more difficult it's going to be, and the slower you go, the more difficult it's going to be. So those are a couple of good strength variations of toes to bar, along with kind of the more normal kipping variations that you find at most CrossFit gyms. If you have any questions about that, you can tweet us at Barbell Shrugged on Twitter. You can ask us questions on our Facebook page, or you can go to barbellshrugged.com, click the Ask a Question tab, and ask us a question by filling out that short survey.
If you like this video or any of our other videos, make sure to share it on your Facebook wall by clicking share, and then the Facebook icon, and then also like it. Thanks, Shrug Thugs.